G'day, I'm here today to introduce to you David Summers. Dave is our Azure Lead.
How many services are there in Azure today?
Well, it's over 100.
426. So we created the periodic table of some of the core services in Azure. So this is a representation of 177 of the actual core services that most of our customers consume. And it's designed in a way that you can navigate through the different service elements based on your technical requirements. So if you just hit that category drop down there and select any one of those. So now we have the highlighted services that focus on security. And you may notice that there's alignment between some of those services with other things. So multi-factor authentication is close to user identities in Azure, so Microsoft accounts and work accounts.
Could you show me how you use it specifically around a product? For example, I'm hearing a lot about Service Bus.
Awesome. Service Bus, great product. That's classified under advanced data. So if you want to change the category there. So here you can see Service Bus proudly at the top and surrounding other big data analytics services. Now, for any element, if you want to know more about it, just tap on the element. You have a synopsis, which has been written by our consultants. So just putting the context of that particular thing in a nice, easy to read form. And we've also included any of our articles on our Data-Free Knowledge Center, as well as external resources, such as product overview, documentation and pricing, and also updates.
There's a lot of information here, but how's it structured and where do I start?
In Azure, we start top left corner, so Azure Active Directory. Every single Azure tenant has to have Azure AD. So this is our essentially our starting point for any journey in Azure. As we move down the table, we come down to the developer section. So these are the tools and services that allow you to build everything above. Above that, we have networking, which is also a foundational component of the services above. To the left, we have security. In the middle, we have governance. This is how you drive a successful Azure tenant. So controlling cost management, using Azure Monitor and log analytics and application insights to monitor your workloads. Governing using Azure Policy. Then above that is the standard compute, advanced compute, and all the way onto the right are the really exciting things in Azure, the cognitive services. I use the term shift to the right, which is basically a message for customers to get them away from using monolithic virtual machines. So moving away from infrastructure as a service, moving towards platform as a service. So that'll be all your web applications, your PaaS, SQL. But ultimately, once you get to the gold section, you're using advanced AI and machine learning to do text analytics, video analytics. One really good way to use this tool is just to explore. So if you have a piqued interest in Azure Percept Vision, read through the synopsis, get a little bit of an understanding about what that particular thing is. If you're technically aligned, then follow through to the Microsoft product documentation.
For customers who would like to know more, but really would like to go through this with somebody, or to look at the Azure Periodic Table or the Azure product set more on how it can help their business, what do I do next?
Reach out to your customer representative to set up a pre-sales technical architecture whiteboard discussion. Alternatively, if you have interest in a particular element, you can hit the Inquire Now button and we'll reach out to you.